All right, so get ready, because today we're diving into action movie history with a list of 10 films that are always ranked as some of the best action movies ever made.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, and we're looking at a pasted text excerpt for this one.
Oh, cool.
And, these lists are always going to be kind of subjective.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's really interesting to see what made the cut.
I agree.
Because it shows you kind of like how the genre has evolved, what keeps people, on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting, like, these films have so much action.
Right.
But they reflect, like, bigger cultural trends and technology, too. It's like a window into how we see, like, heroes and technology in the world.
So it's not just entertainment, then?
No, not at all.
Okay, so first up is The Matrix from 1999.
Yeah.
This movie wasn't just a hit. It was like a phenomenon.
Huge.
Everyone remembers those bullet time sequences.
Oh, yeah, they were groundbreaking.
Totally blew everyone's minds.
It's true, and it changed action movies forever. Every movie after that wanted those slow motion 360 shots, but The Matrix also tapped into those anxieties about technology.
For sure.
That were kind of all over the place at the turn of the millennium.
And you can't forget that lobby shootout.
Oh, such a good scene.
Neo dodging bullets in slow-mo while the camera circles around him. Still so cool to watch, even today.
That scene is a masterclass in building tension.
Yeah.
It's like the camera moves, the sound, the choreography.
Yeah.
It all comes together to create this intense feeling.
Okay, next up is Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Okay.
From 1991, another game changer.
So for sure.
I remember being blown away by the liquid metal T-1000.
Yeah, it was like nothing we'd seen before.
Right.
I mean, the T-1000 was revolutionary CGI. Before that, CGI characters were mostly background stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, simple creatures. But Terminator 2 was on a whole other level, creating a character that could morph and change. You couldn't do that with just practical effects.
Yeah.
No way.
And that truck chase is still one of the most intense ever filmed.
Definitely.
Pure adrenaline.
James Cameron is so good at combining that spectacle with emotional stakes.
Right.
You're not just watching a truck chase.
Yeah, you're right there with them.
Exactly. You're invested. He did the same thing with Aliens, actually.
Oh, yeah. Which is next on the list.
Yeah.
Aliens from 1986. Talk about a sequel that ramps up the action.
Yeah.
Ripley going from survivor to a full-on warrior.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
It is.
And those xenomorphs are scary.
Totally. The stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
The first Alien was all suspense and horror.
Right.
But Cameron took the sequel and made it action horror.
Really turned it up.
Yeah, he took that creature design and multiplied it.
Yeah.
So now it's overwhelming. You need to be aggressive to survive.
And that last battle with the alien queen.
Oh, man.
Just epic.
So good.
Ripley in that power loader suit.
Yeah.
Yelling, "Get away from her, you bitch."
Classic.
One of the most iconic scenes ever.
It really shows how Ripley's changed.
Yeah.
She's not just trying to survive. She's protecting Newt,
Right.
It's that primal instinct.
Yeah.
To protect what's vulnerable.
So it makes her win even better.
Exactly.
Okay, we got to talk about Die Hard.
Oh, yeah, 1988.
John McClane, barefoot, taking on terrorists in a skyscraper.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It's the ultimate wrong place, wrong time hero story.
It is. It's so interesting because it plays with genre conventions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the surface, it's action thriller, right?
Yeah, lone hero battling terrorists.
Exactly. But it also has Christmas movie stuff too.
Oh, wow.
It takes place during a Christmas party.
Really?
Yeah, and it uses holiday themes.
So it's kind of like a mix.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's still so popular.
It appeals to everyone.
Exactly.
And we got to talk about Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the best villains in movie history.
He is. So charismatic.
He brought a sophistication to Gruber.
Okay.
That you don't usually see.
Yeah.
He's smart, ruthless, even kind of charming.
Yeah.
And that makes him even more dangerous.
Makes sense.
And the back and forth between him and McClane, that's a whole other level.
And speaking of iconic heroes, next we have Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981.
Classic.
Indiana Jones is the adventurer,
Oh, yeah. Spielberg and Lucas knew how to make entertaining movies. With Indiana Jones, they captured this sense of adventure and wonder.
Yeah.
It worked for everyone.
Yeah.
They made a world where history and mythology and action all come together.
It's so cool.
And you can believe it.
I think everyone remembers that opening scene.
With the boulder.
Yeah. Chasing Indy through the temple.
Pure movie magic.
It is such a good example of visual storytelling.
For sure.
You don't need dialogue. You get it right away.
Yeah.
how dangerous it is and how desperate he is to get away. It's been copied so many times.
Yeah.
People still do it today.
Okay, next we're going to 1973 with Enter the Dragon,
Okay.
starring the legend Bruce Lee.
What a legend.
This wasn't just amazing martial arts.
Right.
It showed the world a whole new kind of action movie.
Yeah, you can't deny Bruce Lee's impact.
Right.
He brought athleticism, speed, and precision that you just didn't see in Western films before.
It really changed things.
Yeah, Enter the Dragon. Especially made martial arts movies popular.
Wow.
It paved the way for so many other stars.
Who were inspired by him.
Yeah, by his style and his philosophy.
That final fight in the Hall of Mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
The tension, the choreography, the symbolism.
It all works so well.
It's like a visual story.
Yeah.
The mirrors add this like psychological layer.
Right.
It's not just physical, it's
Yeah.
mental too.
Interesting.
It captures Lee's philosophy so well.
Yeah.
Fluidity, adaptability, self-expression.
From one martial arts classic to another,
Okay.
we have The Raid, Redemption.
Oh yeah, 2011.
This film is pure action.
Reliable.
Brutal choreography that just blew everyone away.
It's such a testament to Indonesian film.
Yeah.
Like creativity, the talent.
It's really cool to see.
The style of fighting is called pencak silat.
Okay.
It's all about speed, agility, using every part of your body
Wow.
as a weapon.
Yeah.
The choreography is so intricate and so realistic.
It's intense.
You feel like you're right there
Yeah.
in close combat.
It's hard to pick a best action scene.
I know, right?
Every fight is like trying to top the last one.
Exactly.
It's insane.
The Raid really demands your attention.
Yeah, you can't look away.
You're not just watching.
Right.
You're experiencing it.
Yeah.
The filmmakers use long takes and not much editing to make it feel real.
Makes sense.
You know, immediate.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're in the middle of it all.
Right there with them.
Yeah.
It's cool to see how action movies from like different places
Yeah.
have influenced each other.
So-
You know, Indonesian martial arts, Hong Kong action.
It's like a global thing.
Yeah. This genre really is worldwide.
It's this constant back and forth of ideas and styles.
Mhm.
Filmmakers are inspired from all over the place.
Yeah.
They blend different things together to make something new.
That makes sense.
And speaking of global influences,
Yeah.
our next film is from Japan.
Okay.
Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai.
Oh, wow. From 1954.
That's right.
This movie is a masterpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Not just for action movies, but for like all of cinema.
It really is.
It's such a huge epic.
Mhm.
But those battle scenes,
amazing.
that last fight in the rain,
He's so good.
it's breathtaking.
Seven Samurai shows how action can be more than just spectacle.
Right.
It can explore these big themes.
Like what?
Honor, duty, survival.
Yeah.
Kurosawa was amazing at visual storytelling. He used wide shots, camera movements, editing.
Yeah.
It created this epic scale and emotion.
Sounds hard to do.
It really is. And it's crazy how much it's influenced Western movies.
Right. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you can see it in Westerns.
Like what?
The Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
Even sci-fi like Star Wars.
Wow. It's amazing to think a movie from like 70 years ago can still be so influential.
Well, great stories never get old.
That's true.
Okay, let's jump ahead a few decades
Okay.
to 2014.
Okay.
John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
This film brought a whole new level of style
Yeah.
and like hyper-violence to action,
These fight scenes are insane.
like a ballet of death.
They really are.
It's a classic revenge story,
Mhm.
but they did something new with it.
Right.
Stunning visuals,
Yeah.
that fight choreography.
So cool.
And you can't forget Keanu Reeves.
He's perfect as John Wick.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
quiet, deadly assassin.
The tragic past.
They took inspiration from a lot of places.
Oh, like what?
Hong Kong action,
Okay.
Japanese samurai films.
Interesting.
It has this unique style.
Yeah.
You know, they popularized gun fu.
Gun fu.
Yeah, it's fighting with guns and martial arts.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's like super fluid and deadly.
And the world they built is fascinating.
Yeah, this whole underground assassin society.
Mm.
They have their own rules and rituals.
Feels familiar, but also like totally made up.
Yeah, it's a weird mix.
I definitely would not want to mess with them.
Yeah, me neither.
That nightclub scene is so good.
Oh my God.
The way they use the colors in slow motion.
Yeah, it's like art.
It's brutal, but it's beautiful too.
Yeah, they use color music editing.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle.
Okay, so we've talked about 10 films
A lot of action.
from different styles and different times.
Yeah, all across the board.
It's interesting, even with like all the new CGI and special effects.
It's all the technology.
Yeah, the core of a good action movie.
It's still the same.
You need a good story.
Yes.
And good character.
And you need to feel that excitement.
That's true.
You know, that visceral thrill.
But there's something else about these films
Oh, what's that?
that we haven't talked about yet. Let me think.
Well, think about the protagonists.
Right.
In every single movie,
Yeah.
they're facing these impossible odds.
Right, they're outnumbered, outgunned,
Yeah, they're up against forces that seem unstoppable.
and they still keep going.
Exactly. They persevere.
Yeah.
They fight back.
They find a way.
To survive.
You're right. Whether it's John McClane fighting terrorists
Yeah.
or Ripley facing the alien queen
It's all about resilience.
and the will to survive.
Yeah, no matter what.
And I think that idea really connects with people.
Oh, for sure.
We all have those moments in our lives.
Where we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, like we can't do it.
But these movies remind us
That we can,
that there's always hope.
yeah.
You can fight back. You can overcome anything.
It's like a movie pep talk
It
to
is.
face our own challenges
With a little more courage.
and a lot more style.
Who wouldn't want to be like John Wick
I know.
or Ellen Ripley?
So resourceful.
I know.
I wouldn't mind having Bruce Lee's moves.
Yeah.
But seriously, you've hit on something important.
What is that?
These films are about the human spirit overcoming anything.
Even when it seems impossible.
It's a message that never gets old.
That's the truth.
It's been a wild ride, man.
I know, right?
Through action movie history,
We've seen it all.
we've seen how it's all changed.
Yeah.
From like crazy special effects to like those awesome fight scenes.
The choreography is insane.
It is. And we've seen how these films are more than just fun.
Yeah.
They show us what we're thinking about as a culture.
Our hopes and fears.
Yeah, all that stuff.
It's all in there.
But okay, so we talked about the greats. But what about the movies that didn't make the list?
That's the fun part.
What do you mean?
Because what makes an action movie great
Yeah.
is different for everyone.
Yeah, totally.
It's like personal taste,
Right.
what you like in a movie,
Yeah,
even like your mood.
that's true. Some days you want explosions.
Exactly.
And some days you want something quieter.
It all depends.
Maybe you love those old practical effects.
Yeah, from like the 80s.
Yeah. Or maybe you like the new stuff.
That super slick action.
There's something for everyone.
Exactly.
And while these 10 movies were really important,
Influential.
yeah, and they're super entertaining,
They are.
they're just a small part of action movies.
Yeah, there's so much more out there.
So what does all this mean for, like, our listeners?
It means go explore.
Yeah, get out there.
Go beyond what you know.
See what else is out there.
Find those hidden gems.
The stuff you never knew you'd love.
And don't be afraid to challenge what you think an action movie is.
Yeah, you might be surprised.
There are so many stories waiting.
Characters that will blow you away.
And action that will leave you breathless.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay. I'm listening.
We talked about the cool tech stuff.
The special effects.
Yeah, the cultural impact.
How these movies affected us.
Yeah, and those thrilling moments.
The stuff that gets your heart racing.
Yeah. But the thing that sticks with me the most
What is it?
is that feeling of hope
Oh,
that
yeah.
these movies give you,
They remind us that we can overcome anything.
even when it seems impossible.
When the world is against you.
You can fight back. You can win.
It's a powerful message.
And it's not just for the movies.
Yeah, it's for life, too.
So keep watching those action movies.
Yeah.
Keep finding the ones that make you think,
that make you believe.
that make you feel alive.
And until next time.
Stay action-packed.